Hello everybody. Well, it's Friday morning and it's exactly 1 week away from my December 21st weigh-in. And that's why today and every day until then, I hope to be walking 15 miles per day, which is about 30,000 steps. It can be measured on my cell phone. So why so much walking? Oh, by the way, I'm not doing it. I'm not walking 15 miles in one shot. It'll be like divided about anywhere between 4 and 5 times in segments per day. So like right now, I'll probably walk between 3 and 4 miles, and then several more times per day. Reason why? Well, it's good exercise, not a bad idea, but the real reason is I would like to get down to 220 pounds by my weigh-in, and right now, to be honest with you, just doesn't look like it's going to be happening, but maybe I could make it happen with 15 miles per day walking. We'll see what happens. I'll still lose an impressive amount of weight. My last weigh-in, I was 246, you know, so even if I only, you know, and that was November 9th. So, you know, let's say I, instead of losing 26 pounds, which is sort of my goal, I only lose, say, 20. It's still not bad. How many out there would be happy with losing even 10 pounds in 6 weeks, much less 26? My last 2 weigh-ins were also 6 weeks apart, and I lost 20 the last time and 23 between August 17th and September 28th. And then between September 28th and November 9th, I lost 20. So this time, in order to drop the full down to 220, and by the way, I started it out at 320 pounds on May 27th of this year. So in order to drop the full 100 pounds, I'd have to lose a total of 26 pounds from last weigh-in. And one big problem, of course, well, just the fact it's more weight than the other times. There's actually several problems with losing that. One is, this is absolutely the worst time of year to lose weight. Let's face it, Thanksgiving, come on. This is, I mean, if you had to pick what's the worst time of year to lose weight, it has to be right around Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And now, I did substitute, if you saw my video, I did substitute pork rinds for bread stuffing. But one problem was my sister-in-law showed up with her pumpkin pie cake, which is absolutely unbelievable. Unfortunately, it's also loaded with carbs. Now, I'm taking Crave Stop, which really it completely stopped my carb cravings. The problem is I've got those memories of her pumpkin pie. So it wasn't carbs that attracted me to it. It wasn't carb cravings. It was just the taste of it. So by the time I got done, not just on Thanksgiving Day, but that whole weekend, because she left the pie behind, I kept, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 slices, which kind of, plus I went to a buffet. The Thanksgiving was on Thursday. On Sunday, I had a brunch buffet. I ate like about 2 or 3 mountains of lox with everything else. So that weekend sort of put a complete halt in my weight loss. And it took me the better part of a week to get back where I started. So I'm behind schedule, and Also, one other thing is, you know what? The less you weigh, every pound you take off starts getting harder. In other words, it's easier to go from say 320 pounds to 300 than it would be, say, from 220 to 200. No, wait a second. It's easier to go from 320 pounds to 300 than it would be from 220 to, say, 200, because it's when you every pound you lose at the lower weight, it's a greater percentage of your weight, overall weight. So we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, it's going to be nice if I don't get it. The way in after that, I'm sure I'll hit the actually below 220. But one other reason why I would like, well, two reasons why I would like to hit the 220 next Friday is one, I do have a big important message. I mean, a shocking message. This is a shockaroo. I mean like newsworthy. But I'm not going to make it unless I'm not going to make the announcement unless I drop the full 100 pounds at 220. And the other reason is just simply because I'd like to finish the year out with the 100-pound loss. That would be kind of nice. That would be very nice. So that's what I'm doing. And by the way, the reason why this whole thing started is because earlier this year, in May especially, I really wanted to go on the Steve Kane radio show Caribbean Cruise. And, you know, my wife said, no, forget it, because you're so fat, I'm scared you'll hurt your health pretty bad, you know, because you got all that food on board. So I says, okay, what happens if I lose 100 pounds? Can we go on the next cruise, which is in November 2019? She said, okay. So I took that as a challenge. So I definitely have that as an incentive. And by the way, if you're not familiar with the Steve Kane radio show, it's you can get it on iHeartRadio. I get it on my Echo Dot, and that goes through iHeartRadio. It's the WWNN Radio, 1470 AM, and it's 6 to 9 AM Eastern Time. I'm telling you, for 6 to 9 in the morning, I'm telling you right now, it's the best radio show you'll ever hear. And people from all over the world listen. I hear there's a guy who calls in from Australia, from all over the world. So it's a great show. You'll like it. And anyway, that's the they're going to have that cruise again next year. And it looks like I'll be on it. I would like to, you know it for sure next Friday, but you know, when I lose the 100 pounds, I'll definitely be going. I told my wife, I says, I'll know I had a good time if you give me a big lecture about drinking too much. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just walking 15 miles a day. I might not hit the 220. Hopefully I'll be within single digits of it. But I think Thanksgiving weekend threw me for a loop. That shouldn't have had that pumpkin pie, but actually it's not pumpkin pie, it's pumpkin pie cake. So it's kind of different than all the others. I just couldn't resist. So anyway, we'll see what happens. That'll be next Friday. I'll be doing a video of it no matter what happens. Oh, one thing, this shirt, just to give you an idea, I'm wearing this shirt for a reason, this blue shirt. It's an old shirt, and the reason it's old, it's 1X. All my other shirts here that I was looking through, I was trying to find a 1X shirt. Finally found one. My wife, I think, threw all my 1Xs away years ago. She figured I'd never be this thin again. And so this is a 1X versus a 2X. A 2X shirt. So you know, I am losing the weight. And you know what? I think I have a lot of information to give to people on how to lose weight. And you can eat well. You can eat very, very well and lose weight. That's my whole thing. Eat my way to weight loss. Anyway, hope to see you guys Friday, next Friday. It's a big day for me, I know that. Just would like to get to 220. I don't think I will, but let's see how close I get to it. Okay, see you guys then.